Okay. So, because this is going to be a shorter stream since I do have to work this afternoon, um, I'm just jumping right into it. No big preamble, no long waits or anything. I've got a drink here. I've got a snack. I may or may not take care of this stuff. I should be able to get these 3. Already finished the weekly. I mean, I may finish this one. I won't get this one done because I'm not going to go do Claw of Jormag. The special ones I probably won't get done, although I've got 2.5 weeks to do those. So, first things first, I'm just going to jump straight over to Lion's Arch. We are done in Mount Maelstrom. Our next story mission is over here in Straits of Devastation. However, before that, we have Sparkfly Fen and Bloodtide Coast. I'm going to jump straight to Bloodtide Coast Waypoint in Lion's Arch. And actually, while I am in Lion's Arch, I'm going to actually jump up here to Trader's Forum and run over to the bank real quick so I can take care of depositing this excess stuff. Where are my minis? I know I've got minis in here. There they are. Okay, so you can just go there. Okay, that takes care of that stuff. Alright. Now we'll jump down to Bloodtide Coast and just head straight out into it. Alright. Bloodtide Coast. Mapping. Let's go. Now, there are a couple of world bosses here in Bloodtide Coast. The big one is Triple Trouble, which is the evolved jungle worm. It is a massive, massive event. Takes dozens of people to do, and is very much difficult to set up without presetting a group. Now, that being said, it is doable if you catch the early map. Or if you're on map long enough beforehand. Wow. Haha. Get trapped. Not that I actually need to trap them. It's just fun and entertaining to watch them walk into the trap. You can also take the frog over here to this juicer and juice the frogs, which then gives you this little thing you can throw, and doesn't necessarily do a whole lot, but it's there. It exists. And as you can see, I don't have any frogs in my inventory anymore, even though I did catch some. However, if you do grab one, it will appear in your inventory. So you cannot catch the frogs, and you can have multiples, they do stack. But you can't pick them up if you have a full inventory. You have to have open inventory space. Aha! Now, hilariously, as you saw there a little bit ago, if you use a skill to block that poison skill, like my 3 skill, it does not create the poison field on the ground. So, like, if I do this, it will not create the poison field. Which is absolutely hilarious. Where are you going, hatchling? Alright. Bap. Bap. There we go. Alright. Now, as always, because we've done higher level areas, there's really nothing we need here. However, this one here, the frog in a jar, is actually part of a collection. I have finished it. Called Uncanny Canner. You actually do need both frogs from this vendor to be able to complete this, which I do recommend completing if you can. It is not super difficult. Most of them are very easy to get and come from heart vendors. 2 of them are more difficult. The twister in a jar requires dry top, which is a level 80 area. But I do still recommend trying to finish this because it does give a 20 slot bag. I completed it a long time ago and have that on, I think, my Ranger or something. Might actually be on my main. I don't remember. I think my main's got pretty much all Halloween pails, though. I don't remember. It's on one of my characters. One of my characters is using that 20 slot jar. I don't remember which one, but one of them is. Now, I'm going to be gathering all of these cursed pirate artifacts so I can turn them in to try and finish the heart in basically one go. You can fight the pirates to advance the heart and stuff. And they do give artifacts for defeating them. That first one you saw I defeated gave me 5 of them, in fact. Yeah, get wrecked. That one gave me 4. So, I mean, fighting the ghosts can be a very good idea to get artifacts. I'm at 20 right now. I want to get to about 40. If I can. Depending on how many fighters or how many ghosts I take out. Okay, it should be about 25, 26, okay. There's also the treasure chests, which if you interact with, as you can see, almost finished it. That's because that is where you put the artifacts. So 30 was, well, I was at 27. So 30 would probably have been good. Alright, throw that in there. Looks like I need one more. There we go. That should finish it. Real quickly, I'm going to talk to this scout. I am unconcerned about you. Go hurt yourself. There. Alright, that finishes the heart. So, that one is a quick and easy heart. This one does not really have any truly useful items. It is unfortunate, but he is kind of just worthless. Now, as before, because this is a lower level area, this is a good area to get materials in. There is also a area here that you cannot get to unless it is opened. I don't remember how to open it. I believe you have to throw a rock or something at the thing there, but I'm not 100% sure. I think it's similar to the mini dungeon in the early areas. In Caledon Forest, to be specific. Maybe it, yeah, it should be Metrica Provenance. Or is it Caledon? Maybe Caledon. It's one of those two. How dare. Now, because I didn't really go over it with that first one, this hits enemies with the crab. This one lets you protect yourself, and this one is just to drop it. Now, this one can get a little annoying to do because it is a lot of running. Since you have to go grab the crabs, run them back to the pen. I mean, you can use the bags of feed here to do some of it, but there's a very limited number of feed bags. And so it means you end up having to do the crab here, running the crabs back and forth quite a bit. So it still ends up being tedious and kind of time consuming to do this one. The unfortunate part is they don't give a skill for increased speed. Every once in a while you'll get that, where there'll be a scale rush on the pen. Which does help advance the heart much quicker. So if you do see a lot of scale converging on it, I definitely recommend running over to try and catch them. He also does not necessarily have the greatest stuff. He has mediocre gear if you're actually right around level 40, 45 when you're doing this area. But odds are you're probably not gonna be. I've never actually been like level appropriate when doing this area. It's far too easy to level. Especially with the addition of the adventure guidebook. The adventure guides have made it even quicker and easier to level. So it's very difficult to actually be mid-tier level at when you get to the mid-level areas. So odds are you probably won't be needing a lot of the gear from the areas like here and Sparkfly. I need to go grab that waypoint that I am swimming around. Thank you. Working on it, my guy. Working on it. There you go. What is down here? That is an AFK guild doing stupid things. To basically farm stuff. That's sure. Whatever. You guys do you. The fact that those are most likely all bots just sitting there trying to game the system so they can get items for profit and things is dumb. They're most likely simply trying to farm mid-level materials via the inquest bags that the inquest drop. That way they can sell them for money, which is dumb because it's so easy to get money in this game that there's no reason to really try and go out of your way to farm it. I mean, I will admit that yes, pretty much all of my money came from a very lucky drop in a Black Lion chest that gave me an item that was worth like $3 grand. However, that is also only because I've never bothered trying to accumulate gold. Because I don't feel a need to amass large quantities of gold. There's no real reason for it. You don't necessarily need to have huge amounts of gold on you at any given time. Alright, we are done with this heart. I didn't even really go over that heart while I was doing it. I should have. You can fight Inquest, which, because the AFK group is there, it's a little harder. You can break the containment centers. You can also overload the dilithium areas. Hey, I got another spirit shard. Oh boy. This one is useful because if you have not been into Frostgorge Sound, and if you're just going through the story normally, there is a chance you get here when you don't have upgraded Aqua Breather. So you may still be using a level like 15 to 20 Aqua Breather. So this would actually be a decent place to get an upgraded Aqua Breather prior to getting into the higher level areas. Because I have one from Frostgorge Sound, I obviously don't need one. But it is a good place to get one if you do not have an upgraded Aqua Breather. Okay. Now, this is Claw Island. Sorrowful Sound is all the farther over you can go. So, we need to head south. Now, Bloodtide Coast is a semi-large area, as you can tell. This is the bottom of it. However, there is not, as you can see, a whole lot here. So, the map is very spread out. there is a lot of just empty space. A large part of this is due to the world boss evolved jungle worm, also known as Triple Trouble, that I was talking about earlier. That has 3 separate areas where the 3 worm heads spawn that do take up a large chunk of the map, which is why so much of this map seems to be empty. Is because there's really no hearts or POIs or anything in those areas per se. They are more dedicated to the world boss events that take place in those locations. I need to go around the other side for that, but I'll get there in a minute. Okay. Okay. I have no idea where that's hitting. Okay, a little to the left. And not quite as strong. Oops. Did not mean to do that. Meant to charge that a lot more. Too much. Still too much. Alright. This is not doing what I want. Come on. I need one more. There it is. Whoops. I don't know why I hit that button. That's the button I want. Not sure why I hit the escape button. Alright. Okay. Dang. Thought I got him. Okay. should be it. And we're good. I'm gonna kill this technician just because I can. Alright, now that vista is actually obtained from the other side. I'm going to go grab my materials, though, because this is definitely a heavy farm area, because it has very good materials that are much harder to come by, such as the iron and hardwood, which is why you see me going out of my way to get it. Alright. Grab this one. Go grab the other iron ore, and then head back up to grab the other stuff. Okay. I really need to dodge. I should have already had that finished. I don't know what I've been doing. I have been face tanking far too much. Alright. There. Ooh, coriander. Nice. That is another thing you can get here from the mature herbs, which is a rare material for cooking. I am actually going to come get that vista in a minute, because it is done from this side, which is weird, and it's okay. There we go. Should be right down here. Yep. There we go. Alright, more iron, all the iron. Alright, now let's go grab the waypoint and the hero point, and then we'll head up towards the vista. Okay, I'm happy you guys are helping, but I was perfectly fine doing this on my own. Okay, this is a weird area. If you chose to ally yourselves with the Secret of Whispers, you would have come here a long time ago. This is the Chantry of Secrets. I will enter here simply because there is a POI in it. You are automatically given the POI as soon as you enter, and automatically given map completion. All you get is experience, but for whatever reason, I don't know why they chose to do it this way, but for whatever reason, they chose. Also, there's a portal you can use to Fort Trinity here if you have access. You also can't get in there, which is the main area and where the POI actually is, the Sanctum of Spirits, or Sanctum of Secrets, if you are not a member of the Order of Whispers, which is why you automatically get given the POI, because otherwise everyone would have to choose Order of Whispers to be able to get their map completion. Because the real reason I went in there is, for whatever reason, it does not appear on the world map or anything, but it does count for this total. I don't know why. It makes no sense, but it does. The reason I don't understand why that one counts towards world completion is because they could have very easily removed it at any point in time. The easiest time to remove it would have simply been when they removed the world versus world maps, which used to also count for 100% world completion, which was really annoying. There we go. There's my dodges. Alright. I don't have any enhancement stuff with me. I also don't have a bank access on me. But this is the actual way to get to this vista, which is super weird. That they essentially make it so you have to jump down from the other side. Because there isn't actually a path over here. You would think there'd be a path over here, but there's actually not. It does look like there is, but there is no actual way to jump up to this cliff. It is too high. So, there is no actual way to get up there without going around. Alright, now let's see. Yeah, let's go over here. I don't know if what I need will be over here, but let's go over here anyways. Dang. Alright, fine. Go around the way you want. Also, just to show it, this is not advancing my events in Maguma Jungle. This is considered part of the Tarnished Coast, not Maguma Jungle. Oh, I thought I'd killed both of them. There we go. Thought I had taken both of them out. I don't know if they have what I want here. I don't think they do. There's an elemental sprite, which I've already done, but it's a thing you can redo. Alright. You know what? Because I'm lazy. Other utility effects. What is the cheapest thing on here? Sure. Ugh, hate when it does this. There. Because I'm lazy. There. Okay. Back to mapping. This one is over here. It does seem weird, and I did not mean to throw my glider on there. Dang it. Come on. Get up there. The pathing for that is a little weird. But, and contrary to belief, there is no way to go any further that way. Oh, hey, Spider Queen's up. Neat. Don't actually care, but neat. Alright, I am also going to, because I apparently have enough, grab my next trait. Now, this is the edge of the map. This goes over to Lornar's Pass. We obviously are not going back over there. We also need to get 10 kills in the next 28 minutes. Which is not going to be super difficult, but... One. Two. Three. Really? Couldn't have been on fire. 4. 6. Again, you couldn't have been on fire. 7. Alright, we now have 25 minutes to get 3 kills. Oop. I love how they say they're gonna fight each other and then come attack this random person standing over here. There we go. Alright. Now I'm going to go revive the captain and actually do this event because I can. It won't necessarily advance the heart because it's too far away, but... Really? There we go. That's better. There we go. Yay, everybody's alive. Now you can see they're rather strong versus some of these things. I'm going to grab the waypoint while I'm right here. Just in case I die. There we go. Alright. And we're done with dailies. Alright, cool. Got my dailies done. Not that I necessarily needed them done, but it is 10 achievement points that I otherwise wouldn't get. I forget where this actually goes. Uh-huh. Keep telling yourself that. Because, you know, that's clearly the best idea. Also, that tuna totally just took out that shark. Just saying. Now, keep in mind, this treasure is problematic and was not originally here when this event was first made. As such, these crate weren't here. I have a key, don't I? I must have already opened this one. And as you can see, that is the problem with this event. Is you get the veteran crate that were never meant to be in this event, causing problems for it. Because the veteran crate will aggro onto the captain, and they are not remotely suited for fighting the veteran crate. They are designed to fight the level 48 reef skelk that are right here, but not the veteran crate. Which have a bad tendency to respawn very quickly. As evidenced by the fact that the 2 I killed down here are already respawned right here. And almost killing the captain again. And the captain's dead. And there's the 3rd one. Okay, let's revive him. Blackwit, you could help. Alright, now we can get out of here. Yeah, except now you don't have a ship. I don't know how you plan on getting more gold when you don't have a ship, but hey, whatever. What do I know? I'm not a discerning man with wonderful naval tactics. Why did the firefly get attracted over? Who hit the firefly? Okay. Now we're gonna head up here and get this stuff before heading back in to finish that one. And this is another one of the vistas that's weird. In that it's over on that route, but you have to come up this way to get it. And again, while the heart vendor's right there, all of the stuff you have to do is over here. Cannonball. Alright, so almost done with this heart. Now, the reason I came up here was to show this off. This is a mastery waypoint, or a mastery point you can get for the Central Tyrian masteries. There we go. All done. Now we can head back into the cave. Alright. Now we just need to finish the event here. Which you can literally do just by drinking a buttload of rum. You can also take the water buckets and just chuck it on the sleeping pirates. There we go. And again, there's really nothing super useful here. The peg leg is kind of cool, but not really useful. I will buy one just for the laughs. I now have a peg leg, which means I literally have a stick. So that's really all that actually does. It doesn't actually give your character a peg leg or anything super cool and fun like that. It's literally just a stick you can use as a weapon. Which is kind of sad that it doesn't actually give your character a temporary peg leg like a transformation or something. Alright, since I know I'm perfectly safe right here, I'm going to go take a quick break, because I just heard my dryer beep, so I need to go move my laundry from the washer to the dryer. And I will be back in just a couple minutes. Okay. We are back. Just in time, too, from the looks of it. It's weird. I have never been able to figure out how they determine the time frame for when it kicks people. Because I will be standing in an explorable area for like 5 minutes, not doing anything, and it won't try and kick me. Yet, like here, I walk away for maybe 2-3 minutes, and it's like, oh yeah, if you don't move, you're gonna be kicked. It's like, what determines this? I mean, I understand having a shorter time frame in like World vs. World or PvP. Because that's, legitimate player fighting and unfair to the people who are trying to actively do it. But just standing here in an explorable area where there's nothing going on, and somehow in less than 5 minutes it's trying to boot me from the server. Now, well, it does want me to do that heart. That heart is way over here. So, I'm going to go south and do that stuff first. Now let's go grab the POIs that are over here. Then we'll continue heading south. Alright. I don't remember if this is underground or up top, so pretty sure this is underground. Yeah. So I have to remember where the entrance is. I'm pretty sure it's underwater. Yeah, here it is. Alright. I suppose we'll do this heart since we're now most of the way here and we need that POI anyways. So, I guess we will do this heart now. Okay. Hmm. Weird. There's usually pirates in here. Event must be bugged. If you're wondering about that magical sensor there, it's not in my inventory as you saw there. And it is not really relevant to the heart. It is for the other stuff I was doing. Okay. Now, the problem is, he won't actually accept the outfits while this event is going on. And because the event is bugged, we have no way of actually turning the outfits in. So, unfortunately, we kind of just have to finish the heart via bug boxes and actually killing the Corsairs. And the outfits are basically just junk. Although they do have a sale value, so you can sell them. Oddly enough, you can also sell them on the trade post. There's literally zero reason to do so, but you can actually sell them on the trade post. No one buys them, but they exist. You also can't use him as a heart vendor till this event is resolved. As you saw there, which is why I came back over, because I wanted to show you that after having finished the heart, I cannot interact with him at all until that event is done. Which is really freaking annoying. I don't know if this is currently actually going to be starting or not. There is a world boss here, tied to Covington. That I am not sure if she is due to spawn soon or not. Being as there's a massive amount of people in the map, I would assume no. But it's possible I'm wrong. Alright. I'm trying to complete this event, although I'm not sure if the boss is up or down. I think he's down, and I have to figure out how to get down there. Pretty sure it's this way. Yeah, there we go. That's what I was looking for. I forgot he was a champion. I also should have grabbed this waypoint, and I did not. So I just want to cut the tree. Get out of my way. Alright, I'm going to jump here so I can sell some stuff. There we go. Clear my inventory out a little bit. Wee. Alright. Now let's actually grab this waypoint that I should have grabbed before I went in there. Okay, there we go. Now you'll notice we are half done with the map. And we are pretty much about half done with the map. So this is one of the maps that actually is fairly evenly split between north and south. There's just a whole lot of space. Like the whole area here that just has nothing in the middle of the lake. Or over here, where there's, again, just absolutely nothing. I don't remember if this is up or down. It's up. Alright. Now we can start exterminating rats. Which is weird that we're legitimately... I wish people would stop calling me. Okay. Not that that actually does anything. The crows don't actually do anything. It's weird. Like, I can kill all of these crows, and it doesn't necessarily do much. Granted, killing the rats doesn't do a whole lot either. There we go. Alright, slowly but surely getting through this heart. Alright, one last rat. There we go. Looks like someone's trying to do a triple trouble head. Which is weird, because they're not gonna finish all three. So I don't know why they have a comm tag up. There's really no reason. I mean, more power to them. I applaud them for trying and putting effort into getting there, but it's not gonna happen. This map is in no way set up for triple trouble. Why are there dead guards? It's weird. Oh well. Might as well revive them because it helps advance the heart. let's go get the POI. And let's go revive the rest of the guards. And then we'll work on finishing the heart from there, depending on how much we need. Okay, I should be placed close enough to all three to revive them one after the other. That's not quite close enough to the third one. Okay. Now let's go start grabbing weapon crates. Alright, that's not remotely useful. There we go. Okay, on to the next weapon crate. Which should honestly be the last one we need. There we go. Okay, that takes care of that. Hi, buddy. You got your soccer ball? Okay. Okay, I will be right back. Alright. My wife just got home. Her grandparents also stopped by. And she got back with lunch, so I now have lunch. Which I'm going to eat here in a minute. Once I find this mining node. There it is. Okay. Sorry, I was eating my lunch real quick. Now, I do take a little bit of offense to some of the stuff that these scouts in this area say. Because they talk about the dredge and the scrit and things like they're just wild animals and stuff that need protection. They are sentient races. So it's not really fair to the Skrit or the Dredge to say they need protection and that they can't handle themselves to help against the or against the Orient fights. I mean, the Quaggan, they won't really help much. They're not a warring race. They are peaceful by nature. It would be super cool to play as a Quaggan, though. It is one of the races I wish they actually had as a playable race. I mean, I do understand that they have to keep the races fairly simple. They can't have, you know, like, every race in the game playable. It would be insane. I mean, if you could play as a human, a Sylvari, a Norn, a Sora, Char, and then you added on top of that all the other ones, like Quaggan, Coden, Skrit, Dredge, it would just get insane. And I realize that and acknowledge that. There's a couple that I think would be really cool that I wish were in there. I wish you could play as a Coden, especially with the new expansion. I really think Quaggan would be fun to play as. Other than those two, I don't necessarily feel anything else would need to be made a playable race or should be made a playable race. There are people who think Skrit would be entertaining to play as and stuff and things. And there's a decent number of people in the game that have expressed interest in playing as the Largos, which, while an interesting race and would probably be fun to play as, I don't feel there's enough lore or enough knowledge about them to truly make them a playable race. And what little is introduced about them and that you find out about them, they essentially seem very similar to Norn. They really do seem like they're just aquatic versions of the Norn. So I don't necessarily feel like they need to be a playable race, or it could be a justifiable playable race. Alright, let's finish this off. Okay. Okay, there's that one. Again, nothing I actually need here, but... Okay. No knockdown for you. Why is that brute? basically dead. Now, the annoying thing with these is sorry. As I was saying, the annoying thing about those is they're considered constructs and things, so you can't crit them. Okay, I need to get up there, which is easiest to do from over here. This is actually the path you're supposed to take for this, by the way. You're supposed to come up from over here, but you come up from over there and come up this way. And that is actually the path you are supposed to take. It is super weird. I did not have my block. Alright. Getting there. Okay. I definitely did nothing to protect them, but sure. Why not? I somehow blocked that plague carrier from blowing up on my butt. Okay. Now that that's done, we can work our way over. Now, this is not necessarily an event I want to do, because I don't necessarily feel like defending this for the next 3.5 minutes. Alright. Okay. Now we have 11 hearts done. We know where a 12th one is here. And we don't know where the 13th one is, but we are getting close to being done. There's a little bit more to uncover in these two areas, and then of course in this bottom corner. So I do want to go do this western part first, simply because I know the exit we want to take to Sparkfly Fen is over here in the southeast, which will take us down into Sparkfly Fen, which will be the next map we do, as well as the final map with hearts. Because as you can see, we have 288 out of 303 tasks, as they call them. 2 of them are here in Bloodtide Coast, which will put us at 290. Sparkfly Fen has 13, which will put us at 303. That'll be the end of hearts. You will notice the rest of the world completion objectives we are very far from completing, with the exception of Vistas. We're semi-close on that one because each area only has a few. Which we will be at 210 by the time we're done with Sparkfly Fen for Vistas, which leaves the 16 in Straits of Devastation, Malcor's Leap, and Cursed Shore, which have 6, 5, and 5 respectively. And then varying numbers of hero points, waypoints, and POIs, with them all averaging right around 30 to 40 POIs. So, anyways, let's head out here. Now, this is going to seem weird because the waypoint is here and the hero point is way down here. Also, there's a rich platinum vein. That's nice. I Saw another platinum ore node over there. Okay. Now, swim. I went in the wrong one. It's this one I want. Now, this is a simple commune, but it is deep. I mean, like, you are very, very underwater here. Alright, now let's get back out of here, which I have to remember how to get back out of here. Because I don't remember where the opening is here. There it is. Okay, off we go. And we're off. And yes, I'm very intentionally swimming in a specific path to avoid aggroing pretty much any of the rhythm. I should aggro the one here, though. As I come up to talk to the scout, I will most likely aggro the one behind me. Maybe not. And for some reason, he tells you about one on the literal other side of the map. Don't know why he doesn't tell you about the one right here. Someone to the north does, and he tells you about one that's on the literal other side of the map. Now, the reason I didn't go try and actually finish that was because I knew I was not going to successfully defend him in time. And it's just easier for me to just kill the ones that are here after it to recapture it than it would have been to try and defend them at that point. I wondered when that other thrall was going to come over. Alright. And done. And done with the heart. Okay, you wanna, like... Thank you. I was gonna say, there's nothing left to fight me. You can also get a firefly in a jar here for that same collection I was talking about earlier with the frog in a jar. This is where you get the firefly in a jar. I forgot I had my novelty bound to that key. Okay. There we go. Now this is also a portal to Sparkfly Fen. We are not currently going there, but it is a portal to it. We're also going to ignore these eagle griffins because I don't feel like dealing with them. And mostly I just want to come back here to show this area off. This is eagle griffin territory and their nests. There's really not a whole lot here other than the eagle griffins. It is a good place to get griffin kills if you are doing the Slayer achievements for griffins. I'm going to heal myself a little. However, that is not how you get the Vista. The Vista is over here. This is also one of the areas for Triple Trouble, where you fight the worm. This is up there. And you climb up these rocks, assuming you don't screw it up. And there you go. And that is everything over here. So now everything we have left to do is over here in this area. Which is why I'm going to... Actually, I'm just going to take off from here. I'm going to jump on my skimmer just to get there a little quicker. And as you can see, by the fact that I'm ignoring a lot of stuff, Because I want to get over here. There really is nothing here. We do have the final vista here, which is up there. And that is started over here. And kind of a back and forth run. Aim at the lower part, not the higher part. Alright. Forgot you got over here. Come on, get up there. Thank you. And that is our last vista for the area. We do have a waypoint here we need to go up and get. The last heart, one of the POIs, and one of the last waypoints is here. I'm going to go get this stuff done before going up here. Just so I can waypoint back there. And because, honestly, this is just tedious and annoying to deal with. Okay, Oasis, Strangler Vine. Alright, I don't get poison from him. Oasis Fern. What am I missing? Okay, let's take out the fern leaves. I apparently set it on fire. Alright, mushroom, strangler vine. And I don't know. Okay, sure. Okay, let's redo this. Okay, eagle feather. And let's grab a strangler vine. Okay, so the strangler vine is incompatible. Let's grab a fern. And then let's go remove the vine. There we go. Alright. That gave it a feeding frenzy. Sure. Whatever. Anyways, we're done. She does have a weird sickle here that it has 25 uses, and it's more efficient at gathering resources and getting rare components, but it's there. This is a fun little transformation potion that just turns you into a plant dog. And then, of course, the spider brew you should get at least one of, because it is a collectible for the Brewmaster achievement, which that one I have not finished. I actually didn't even have this bottle of spider brew because I'd never gotten it. Alright, let me do this real quick. Alright, let me go grab this waypoint. Okay. I will come back over here in a minute. Because looks like Covington is up, so oh right, because the gate's not open, I have to go around. Ugh. Alright, make sure these cannons are down. Alright. Run us some powder kegs. Because it takes a lot of them to break this gate down. You can pick up the powder kegs and run them back with your mount. It does not make you drop them if you mount up, which is nice for these farther ones like this. Make sure all these cannons are still destroyed while I wait for the barrels to respawn for me. This is the other problem with this event, is the barrels only spawn so quickly. So unless you have a large group of people, it's going to take you forever to open this gate. And even with a large number of people, it still takes a long time. I mean, as many kegs as we've taken to this, and as long as we've been attacking it, it is not even half done. So that should tell you exactly how much this takes, in the fact that we've been doing this for a couple of minutes, and it is only half destroyed. Whatever this gate is made out of is like the strongest material in the game. Finally. Oop, wrong way. This way. Actually, we want to go up the other way. It'll be faster to get to her this way. That is a lot of dead people. Got it. Sadly, didn't get anything worthwhile, but someday we might get something worthwhile from World Boss. Okay. And waypoint. And we've got the POI here, and then we'll need to head up into this area. Okay. And loop around. And there we go. Okay. Back north. I forgot I had a limb some. Alright. the brood mother for a minute. Okay, now let's take out the rest of these river drakes. There we go. Alright. Now to get the waypoint. There we go. And now we have one POI, which is, oddly enough, because I wasn't really paying attention, way on the other side of the map. Because I kinda forgot that there was a POI on that side of Laughing Gull Island. Mostly because it's not important and really has nothing to do with anything. There we go. Alright, and that is Bloodtide Coast. And no luck on a Black Lion key. Alright. So, I'm going to go back over here. And this will take us into Sparkfly Fen. And this is our last map before we get to the Orient world and the and the last map that has hearts. That does mean one thing. This is going to be the last map that takes a truly extended period of time. Due to the fact that once we do the hearts for this area, we are done with hearts. These areas, the only thing that really slows you down is the hero points. Everything else is simply run into the location, making it much quicker. That being said, we do still have to do Sparkfly Fen. Character adventure guide, that's what I want. Some of these we will end up having to do later. Such as the Karka and the Ice Brood. However, the Veterans, the Risen we will do once we are in Ore. This one we will finish when we are done with this part of our story. And this one we will finish when we do stuff in Ore as well. So we will pretty much, by the time we're done with the story, be done with the adventure guide. Because we're pretty much guaranteed to finish at least these 4, actually these 5 really, beforehand. Using this one is just something I have to do eventually. And then these 2 I will have to go back and do later. South Sun Cove, unfortunately, is not an area that I will go to naturally. I am going to have to set aside a time to actually go map it and explore it. Because the events that took you to South Sun Cove are no longer available, and they are not part of the actual story journal. Nowhere in here does it actually take you to South Sun Cove. Where is that at? Oh, that is way over there. Okay. It's fine. Somebody's obviously doing it. I don't really care about it right now. Anyways. We are getting closer to the end of Chapter 7. There is still Chapter 8 after that, and that is the final chapter of the personal story, what is called My Story. From there, we will move on to Living World Season 1 and Living World Season 2, which will then take us into the first expansion they released many years ago now, Heart of Thorns. And we will slowly work our way down through the story here. They are still releasing the story of Janthier Wilds. The next story is set to the next part of that story is set to release in about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. I will, as I'm going through the story, attempt to get some of the achievements I did not get my first time through. Some of them you simply can't. Because they're repeatable. These ones, obviously, I can attempt to get. Ones like this in the Clockwork Chaos, some of those I simply will never be able to finish, or I have already, quote-unquote, finished, such as Daily Portal Closer. That one, you literally just do a portal invasion in Gendarn Field. You can't really finish that. There is no finish to it. It's just you do it once a day, you get this gift from Scarlet. That's all there is to it. Now, this one, there's other stuff I have to do to finish this one, which hilariously will give me a novelty I already have unlocked. Some of them are like this one. It's literally something that I just have to go do. It's not going to be involved in the story. Some of them, like this one, are they're in story instances that I can do while I am going through the story. This one is just something I never bothered to do, which I might eventually. But, like, these 5 are all in Scarlet's Playhouse and Closing Ceremony story achievements. Or story instances, not achievements. So when we get to that, I will probably try to do those if I can. Some of them I'm obviously done with. Some of them obviously are things that I can't do because they're related to other things. But so some of them are just weird. Like this one's open to tri-key chests in Tower of Nightmares. Obviously, I can't do that right now because I don't have a tricolor key. I can get one from finishing this, but it's difficult. Same thing with Escape from Lion's Arch and Battle for Lion's Arch. They're big event things that take a lot of time and are mission things. And they're repeatable. So, like, I've completed this achievement 3 times. I mean, I've gotten all the points I can get for it, so I will never get achievement points, and it doesn't matter how many times I do it. It's never gonna technically be listed as complete. And that's the same as a lot of these. They're repeatable things that I've repeated as many times as I can do. It's not gonna happen because I literally just can't do them. I can't finish them because they're unfinishable. Because they're literally repeatable, impossible to finish things. Most of these I have finished. There's a couple of them I haven't. Some of them are very difficult to do. Such as Leave No Survivors. You have to be very, very on point or have someone helping you for that. Same with this one. It's very difficult to avoid all of them. It's easier to have someone help you and then just intentionally get killed. So you don't have the ability to get hit by them. But you need someone to help you for that. And then, again, most of these I've finished. And then some of these are, again, ones that I will do and explain more when we get to them, because there'll be a long time before we get to them. Especially some of these farther up ones that are the newer stuff. And at some point I would like to actually go through and work on, like, some of the specializations for the characters. My guardian in particular, because I'd like her to do hers. With the Willbender obviously being one I would like to work on with her and try to get. However, that will not be until I get to the expansion Willbender comes from, which is literally the third expansion, End of Dragons. So it will be a long time before I get to that point. I may try to do some of the other ones before that, such as Firebrand, or Dragon Hunter. Well, Dragon Hunter I won't, but Firebrand I may try to complete that collection. The reason I won't complete, or won't try to complete, the Dragon Hunter is because I already have. This one is the Dragon Hunter Bow Collection Yaldir, or Yadalier. I don't actually know how to pronounce it. But, so I have already done that. That is on my actual Guardian, because he is a Dragon Hunter and uses that bow. But I may try to get the Firebrand axe when I get to the Path of Fire expansion, as well as the Willbender sword Purifier when I get to End of Dragons with Tarley Streamer. I don't know why I was having issues with that. That being said, I do have to get ready and go to work soon. So unfortunately, I am going to have to kind of call it for the day. I don't know if I will stream tomorrow or not. Monday is my day off again. However, I do have some other stuff I have to do, so I may or may not end up streaming on my day off. I do have a couple of things I have to do on Monday. Some errands to run, and I did promise my wife we could take the kids out and to go do some stuff. Probably go to the zoo, I think, is what she wanted to do. But, so it's not necessarily something that I'm super focused on for current pathing with stuff. I don't necessarily plan on going out of my way to get some of the achievements and collections. I already finished that, so I don't really need to worry about it. I don't really think I have a whole lot else I want to go over. We will get Dragon Hunter and Firebrand unlocked later on. And we will get them unlocked much faster once we get into the expansions. The biggest difference between the base game and the expansions for training was because these take so much to learn, taking 250 to learn everything, start to finish. The hero points in all of the expansions give 10 hero points per challenge rather than 1. As such, you will earn hero points a lot faster. That being said, we will not finish Willbender before we get into the expansions. This is due to the fact that to completely finish Willbender, I still need 110 hero points. Which, as you can see, we don't have that. We have exactly 50 hero points left to get. So, grand total, I will have 55 hero points when we are done with map exploration. Now, that could be boosted by going into some of these other areas and doing some other stuff. Not necessarily those ones because they don't have hero points, but Silver Waste and Dry Top have them, and once I get out into the expansion maps, those start giving 10 hero points per challenge. So just going and finishing Verdant Brink 100% would give me what I need to finish Willbender. And that is one thing ArenaNet did very well and was very nice. They did due to wanting to make sure that no one was stuck being unable to do hero points or anything or something. Didn't want people to be unable to get access to their full skills. So there is a significantly higher amount of hero points than what is needed for mastery of all skills. To unlock all of your skills, specializations, and elite specializations, there are far more hero points than is what is necessary. Neat. Kind of like the damage increase. Might and Fury or Vigor and reduced recharge time. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure I really like that one. Alright, because I do need to get ready for work. As I said, I am going to be ending here for the day. I do hope everyone enjoyed the stream. It was a little shorter today, although we did go about 3 hours, so respectable length, I guess. Hopefully anyone who sees it, either on the VOD or on my YouTube, which there is a link to my YouTube on my channel, I hope enjoys it, checks out the rest of the videos for Tarlay Streamer's Adventures. It is a lot, I know. But it's there. And hopefully I'll see people next time.